So I got started out of college working for a software development firm in the ed tech space. About 2 years into that journey, I was picking up enough freelance on the side, as well as my work with them, that I kind of took the chance, jumped, and started chartering a company. I really started to load a couple of creative executors onto the team and increase the overhead. And obviously, going into COVID, that's a dicey place to be, but we had the business to support it. I started to, see this path forward. We had built up a great portfolio, a great book of clients, but suddenly this feast or famine cycle, which is what you guys are obviously trying to help people like me tackle at Dryrun, suddenly that was really starting to hurt because we had all this overhead and cash flow is so much more important than it was a year prior when it was a five-person team. I really had to start looking at alternative ways to run the business, to grow the business. That really started this journey in which I needed to look more at cash flow and really more at the ins and outs of the business, a month or two ahead, and not just day to day, running the business and feeling good or bad based on your bank balance. I mean, I'll tell you that got to be heavy. It got to be really heavy when there's a payroll going out every 15th, every end of month. And then when a client pays 5 days late, or a project goes a little longer than you expect, it really does change your day. It changes your evenings. It changes the way I interact with my family, my friends.
How are you managing kind of your cash flow and your sales pipeline?
Cash flow, I would say, wasn't looking too far ahead on that. So cash flow, I wouldn't say I was managing at all. I was looking at the bank balance quite a bit, and I was juxtaposing the bank balance to what was in my very basic at that point CRM's pipeline. I've got to close the one that's got the 20K value on it, and that's going to be the savior for the month. But really, there's no element of me forecasting in that CRM to kind of understand when that cash was projected to come in and what the percentage of opportunity to close it was. And then I think the other important part to obviously cash flow is that accounts receivable. And are you, collecting things on time? Which obviously is a very haphazard way to run a business, and it's very touch and go. All the data was there. All the data was ready to go. I just needed this ability to model and look ahead and see what was coming. But one of the cool things about like starting to pick up on cash flow is just how important it is for like emotional health. And our clients are more successful if I am in a more emotionally healthy place. My attitude every day, can actually make an impact on a project outcome. That's an important thing that I've had to recognize and recognize that financials play a big role in that. And at least, if you have a grip on where you're going, even if it's down or even if it's a report, you don't want to see, you at least know what you can go do to make an impact and move the needle that day. And that usually feels better than shooting in the dark. Yeah, just not having cash flow on the back of your mind all day as a what if is really a big game changer. For me as an entrepreneur, Dry Run has given me kind of a peace of mind to focus on what I like doing best day to day, which is not finances and which is not cash flow. Now, funny enough, a cash flow tool gives me the ability to not have to think about that every day.